Lord of the Rings has taken an astonishing $1.8 billion at the box office, making it one of the biggest movies ever. And it doesn't end there. The DVD and VHS versions are now on sale, and after that there are still 2 more films to come, all of which makes one distinguished English thespian a very contented man. So Ian Mckellen used to be one of those Shakespearean actors who pop up in the movies. Now he is the wizard Gandalf. At 62, when most stars are fading, Sir Ian's just getting started. And as Charlie Rose discovered, the wizard's relishing his new role as King of the Kids.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
In Lord of the Rings, Mckellen plays Gandalf, a 7,000-year-old wizard.
Hold out your hand, Frodo. It's quite cool.
The movie is based on the classic fantasy by J.R.R. Tolkien and is loaded with special effects, like a monster made of fire that was created entirely by computers.
When Gandalf, was facing off this monster on the bridge of Khazad-dûm, he wasn't actually there. I saw him when everybody else saw him in the cinema. So I had to have an eye line. There had to be a point at the center of this monster that I could talk to, shout at. And it was, yes, a yellow tennis ball stuck on a pole.
You shall not pass!
You shall not bounce, was a joke I made at the time.
To film Lord of the Rings, Mckellen had to move to New Zealand for a year and put the rest of his life on hold. It was a risky, expensive project, shot as 3 separate movies, each to be released a year apart.
This is one of the most successful films of all time, and I'm in the middle of it.
But why you?
I know, why me? I think because I'm cheaper than other actors of my experience.
No longer.
Well, we'll see about that.
Hard to imagine such uncertainty from one of Britain's most honored actors, noted and knighted for nearly 50 years in the theater. He has played the lead in hundreds of productions, from modern plays to the classics. He grew up in Wigan, a coal mining town in northern England, and was 10 years old when he saw his first play at the Wigan Little Theatre.
Oh, here we are. They've just done it up, I think.
It was here that it began.
It was, and I'm glad it began with me in the audience, because that's why I act. I act for the audience, you know. I'm there to help them enjoy themselves at whatever level it is, whether it's just leaning back and laughing and having a good time, or whether it's leaning forward and jolting the mind a little bit so that the experience is, changes a life, potentially.
He learned by watching Laurence Olivier, perhaps the greatest actor of all, in performances like Richard III.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Olivier hired the young Mckellen to play supporting parts at Britain's National Theatre. Mckellen idolized Olivier, but didn't work with him for long. He wanted to play lead roles in Shakespeare.
Shakespeare's the Himalayas, you know? And if you're going to be a mountain climber, you've got to try and get up there.
If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success.
For years, he only wanted to become the best Shakespearean actor he could be, and hardly gave films a thought.
This is a sorry sight.
In 1976, he was hailed as the definitive Macbeth. His co-star was Dame Judi Dench.
I laid their daggers ready. He could not miss them.
I will never, ever forget the first night of Macbeth, ever. It was... I mean, I was in it, playing opposite him, but it was electrifying.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Mckellen became interested in movies 7 years ago after he starred in a controversial adaptation of Shakespeare's Richard III. It was set in a world that resembled Nazi Germany.
Once Richard III had been made, and I judged it to be good, it doesn't matter what other people thought. I thought it was good. I wanted to do more of it.
Because?
Because it was a wonderful challenge to my professionalism.
My name is Whale. This is my house.
He received an Oscar nomination for his role as an aging film director in Gods and Monsters.
I want you to kill me.
His strongest quality is the fact that he changes. He is very malleable in a performance, and that's very, very good. Well, I like that. I think he's quite ambitious, too.
Ambitious?
Yes.
To
I
do
think
what?
So. I think he wanted to do films and be a film star.
With Lord of the Rings, Hollywood has embraced McKellen, and so have movie fans.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
I really enjoyed your movie. It was really cool.
Have you seen the film?
Yes, 7 times.
What? Is this for you? You know, I've had a little taste of fame, and it's fun.
It says something about the power of movies.
Yeah, but generally my only interest in that fame is that it will make producers believe that it's all right to have me in their next movie. Of itself, it could be nothing but a nuisance, really, not to be able to go around the world privately.
But he willingly gave up that privacy in 1988 when he publicly announced that he was gay on a British radio program. Since then, he says, his acting has only gotten better.
So why shouldn't I say that before he came out and freed himself, we only saw Ian McKellen half as good as he could be?
Well, not about half as good, but you saw you saw a wonderful technician. There was something about his acting that was deceptive, deceitful, lying. But then I was a liar. That's what society had forced me to be. Okay, nice to see you. Hello.
Have you thought about the fact that this character, Gandalf, in Lord of the Rings, is now an idol to lots of young people, played by a gay man?
I know, because people wrote the nearest I get to hate mail these days. How can you play Gandalf? You know, you're gay. We don't want a gay man playing Gandalf. Well, it's silly. And since it came out, no one's made that point. Because I'm an actor. I kept saying it. Look, shut up, I'm an actor.
In the common tongue, it says, one ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness, find them.
For all his success, Sir Ian McKellen remains down to earth. And while many movie stars yearn for theater roles to prove themselves as actors, McKellen has done it the other way around. Movies have made his career complete.
And I hope, most of all, what happens is that those people who have enjoyed me on the screen will go and seek me out in the theatre, because there I'll really give them their money's worth.